So I'm having a chat with Liam of
What's
Cancer
up?
Bats.
How's it going?
Good. You're here at 2000 Trees.
We're here at 2000 Trees.
How's your weekend been? It's been a bit
awesome.
busy, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was actually pretty chill. We showed up just like in the evening, ate some dinner.
Yeah.
You know, had a veggie sausage, veggie bangers and mash.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was nice. Felt very English.
Yeah.
For this English countryside. And then we ripped some Sabbath in the woods.
Yeah.
And that was a blast. People were pumped. And now we're back again.
Doing your own thing.
Yeah, we had a full English this morning. We're very British today. And, we got to, just like rock up and have a nice chill day.
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah.
And Bat Sabbath yesterday.
It was
How
epic.
did that go down? And firstly, why have you decided to do
Oh,
Sabbath?
we got
Side
asked
project.
actually like a long time ago. Do you remember Sonosphere Festival?
Yes.
So Sonosphere, we were playing, and they asked us in like 2009. They asked us if we wanted to do like a second set to be kind of like the last band in the tent, but it was after. So Slipknot finished, and then after Slipknot, we were gonna like play a set of covers, and they were like, "You can cover any band," and we just figured because there was 4 of us, we could do a Sabbath sort of thing. And I think we played for like a half hour at Sonosphere, and there was videos. It was like a point in technology where people had like cell phone cameras that could record and like upload it. And so we like did the set. We got on a plane, we flew back to Canada, and by the time we got back to Canada, there was like all these offers for us to do this Black Sabbath thing. And so we were like, oh, this is like a real, you know, and then Bat Sabbath was fully born. Yeah, so we learned more songs.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's an infinite number of awesome Black Sabbath songs we can play in a set. So yeah, we learned a bunch more songs, and then we've been touring it ever since.
Do you think you'll do another artist covers?
I mean, we do the Beastie Boys cover, so I think that's kind of where the idea came from for like the offer. Like, oh, you guys are known for this like kind of cover that you do. What if you added to that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And with Cancer Bats, where are you at with music at the moment?
I mean, we put out a new record last year, Psychic Jailbreak. We're still like busy touring that, so I think we're gonna see how far we can kind of like push this one. There's lots of places, like we only just went to mainland Europe. We haven't even been to Australia yet.
Yeah.
You know, we've barely done any stuff like in the US. So I think there's still like a lot more touring that we're going to try and do. Yeah. And I'm with it. I like touring. I'm like down to play shows and just not have to get back in the jam space and write another record. We got 7 records.
I know.
We don't need any more.
If the creative juices flow.
Yeah, exactly.
comes
When you're
along.
like getting in the zone, and I think that's the best thing. Like for us, it's like once we've lived a bit of life and you have some things to actually like write lyrics about and like get excited about, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, now it's time to write another record.
Yeah, for sure. And with Record 7 out last year, how does that record sound in comparison to your previous?
I think in a lot of ways we've come to a point where we like really appreciate what Cancer Bats is. So not that we're trying to like turn out the same like albums, but more in the way that we're trying to like really like define and hammer home what is Cancer Bats, which is a really great place to be. You know, instead of trying to like kind of be like, oh, maybe we could make a song that sounds like Foo Fighters, or maybe we should sound like Radiohead. We're like, oh no, it rules in this way that we can just sound like Cancer Bats, and we can just do all the things that we love about Cancer Bats and the fun elements of it. And if we want to start a Foo Fighters band, we can do that. Or if we want to do something that's more like a stoner rock band, like we can do that. So it's like those kind of like elements are like narrowed down and like more focused, which is kind of like a great place to be as a musician, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
As an artiste.
Yeah, yes. And when it comes to writing, I like to ask about the writing process. So how do tracks tend to start off? Is it a lyric, a melody, a riff? What kicks things off?
It's definitely riff driven. I also play drums. So a lot of times I'll come up with a riff idea and then be playing drums and then send that out to the folks, or it'll be like Jay and I lots of times will have like just like a quick jam, the two of us, and that'll like spark a lot of ideas and like get us like kind of like moving forward. And then from there, like we can write bass, or like Mikey can write like real drums that are cool and interesting, and not just like the straightforward kind of vibe that I've got. But yeah, that's how we kind of like get the ball rolling.
Yeah, good. And once you step foot into the studio, how do you then get it from that demo to a finished track?
We like to jam things like a ton, so we like to like basically make the songs as like road ready, because we've noticed that like, you know, when we put out the album and then we do the like, you know, live Maid of Vale session at BBC, we play those songs like way better than we did even on the record. Like, you know, after you've played them like 100 times.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we kind of came up with this idea that we're like, we need to like basically get the songs road ready before we go into the studio.
Yeah.
So we like jam them as, you know, as much as we can. So finish lyrics, finish all the parts, and then we play them like at least 100 times so that we can actually record live off the floor. And so when we do the last 2 records, we're done like this, where we record, like it's like Jay, Mike, and I'm singing live while they're tracking drums, while like Jay's doing like a guitar track or a bass track or a baritone track, and then that's all Keeper. So that's what ends up being like the kind of like groundwork for the rest of the record, and then we're just adding overdubs over top of that.
And do you think you'll continue to do it like that going forward? Yeah,
1000%. That's like that's the 3 of us like live, like charging and like feeling that energy.
Yeah.
Like that's Cancer Bats for sure.
Yeah, good. And you've been around for many years now. Do you feel like you've finally found what your sound is and what Cancer Bats is, or do you think there's still scope to try other things and try new things in the future?
I think there's definitely like places that we want to push it, and I think again we're always just like kind of pushing ourselves as musicians. I feel like, you know, my voice, you know, even just in the last like few years has like actually got a range to it, whereas like Hail Destroyer, I'm just like screaming, and I'm either doing a talky part or a screaming part, whereas now I can actually like add some melody into things, and like definitely from like doing all the Black Sabbath, I can like actually sing a little bit. So yeah, I think that we're always going to be trying to like push things within the Cancer Bats context.
Pop record next.
No, that's the thing. Like we know what Cancer Bats, like for us, what we want it to be, so it's still always within those parameters. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like it's like the nice side of like, it's like, yeah, we can push it and we can like get better, but it's like I still want to just make a crazier thrash song. You know, I want to make like a cooler like stoner breakdown in this like you know, context that is the Cancer Bats like lexicon.
Yeah, great stuff. Liam, it's been great.
It's been great
having a catch up.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you as always.
Thanks so much.